Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Rusty McCranie, and welcome to Weather Express. Your weather in 5 minutes. Start the clock. Friends, we have a widespread severe weather situation developing, including the opportunity for some strong long-track tornadoes from the western Great Lakes all the way down into the southern plains. This is a very serious situation. It's going to be a multi-day event, and eventually it's going to spread off towards the east. But at the current time, near this area of low pressure in the Dakotas, back down to the dry line of the western panhandle of Texas, all modes of severe weather developing and will continue to develop. Right now, the most intense weather is actually in Minnesota, St. Cloud towards Minneapolis. The purple polygons that you see are active tornado warnings as of the recording of this video, but some strong severe thunderstorms with winds of up to 70 and maybe even 80 miles an hour and 3-inch size hail. Storms will continue to push east into Wisconsin and then develop south along this cold front into Iowa, the eastern sides of Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri, and eventually all the way back down, all the way down to Midland. This should all eventually fill in as we go through the remainder of the day. When we look at the current watches that are into play right now, you're going to see a lot of these polygons pop on, purple polygons. These are going to be your tornado watches, several of them right now. I want to just highlight the fact that these are very significant tornado watches. Again, wind gusts of 80 miles an hour, 3-inch or baseball size hail. So again, this encompasses a lot of Minnesota into Wisconsin, Iowa, back into the northwest sides of Missouri, northeast Kansas, and then there's your secondary area that will develop later in the day through, again, the panhandle of Texas and into Oklahoma, including Oklahoma City, where again, we could have some significant tornadic activity up and down this line. When we look at the overall risk from the Storm Prediction Center, this is the significant tornado risk for today, this polygon. It means that there's a greater than 10% chance within any point of this polygon that we could have an EF2 to EF5 tornado. So northwest Missouri, most of Iowa, Cedar Rapids on over towards Rochester, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Wausau, Rhinelander, Green Bay, Wisconsin, some areas that typically, aren't known to have this high end of severe weather. Back over to the overall risk, this is a 4 out of 5. The moderate risk from the SPC in those areas, the orange 3 out of 5 risk, your enhanced risk, again, around that, all the way to the UP of Michigan, back to Kansas City, and then your secondary area here for, again, more late evening and overnight severe weather. But friends, if you live in any of these spots, please make sure that you stay weather aware. It's going to be a very active day. We'll talk about how this will transition east coming up. East of this right now, it's a beautiful day, 70s and 80s in the northeast. We're dry, finally getting some healthy thunderstorms, much needed non-severe storms, central and the northern sides of Florida at the hour. Again, a very complex storm system in the Intermountain West, mainly rain, but a little bit of mountain snow as well. And then just to show you guys here on this enhanced satellite imagery, we have another Pacific storm that'll begin to spiral in, and that's going to be more active weather for the Pacific Northwest in the days to come as well. Okay, let's get into what this is going to play out here. You're taking a look at our HRRR model over the next 48 hours. A lot to get into as far as how this is going to be breaking down. First of all, again, in the short term, these storms will be moving through the western Great Lakes. They're going to get strong. They're going to stay severe. The wind threat, the hail threat, the tornado threat will all come with them. Your secondary area, again, develops later today and pushes through the I-44 corridor from Lawton towards Oklahoma City, maybe as far east as Tulsa. All of this will then try and push off towards the east in the next couple days. We're still going to have severe weather in the southern plains, but now we'll start to shift a fairly high threat for severe storms, especially some wind damage in the Ohio Valley and into the Northeast. So you're talking about all modes of severe weather likely central eastern half of the United States over the next couple of days. And then we have, again, a fairly potent Pacific storm with some heavy rain and even some mountain snow for portions of the Cascades, the Olympics, and into Big Sky country. So the severe weather risk for tomorrow looks like this. Now you're elongated from West Texas all the way into the Ohio Valley. There's a couple of enhanced areas to talk about here. When you're looking at that, a 3 out of 5 on the scale. Columbus, Ohio, to Cleveland, to the western sides of New York, including Syracuse. How about Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, included in that enhanced risk? We'll have to watch out for the tornadic potential there. And then a couple of days out, again, another at least slight risk for portions of Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Texas, with a marginal risk all the way through the Midwest. But again, that could be upgraded as well. Rainfall totals could be significant as well when we take a look at the accumulated precip. Again, 4, 5, 6 inches of rain and some flooding through portions of the southern plains. And the local storm reports for today, just to kind of give you guys an idea of that real quickly. Again, you see all these yellows, those are all hail threats, and the blues are going to be your wind reports. A lot already in the northern plains and into the Great Lakes. Friends, I'm out of time. Appreciate you making Weather Express a part of your daily routine. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to the channel to help support us. You want these daily forecasts? Let me know in the comment section below where you're viewing from. Appreciate it. You guys stay safe. I'm back tomorrow with your latest 5-minute forecast.